Shazam is the latest superhero movie directed by David F. Sandberg, who also directed Annabelle Creation and Lights Out, which I both really enjoyed. Shazam was released on the 5th of April in the United States and had a $52 million debut at the box office. Anyways, let's start with the movie. The movie started with this young kid in the car with his brother and father, and then a huge light arrived, teleporting the kid away into this cave where the wizard waited for him to give him his powers. But he tested him by offering him this cube, which would make him evil or something, and the boy got lured into it but got stopped at the last second by the wizard, failing his test, and got sent back to the car. But he remembered everything, which made him freak out because he screwed it up, so the father got distracted and made an accident. Then we got introduced to Billy Batson, whom we got a flashback of when he was younger and his mom being with him at the carnival, but he let go of his mom's hand and his mother came never back to look for him, making him an orphan kid. Billy had a lot of orphan families, but because Billy is always running away from them, searching his mother. So he got sent again to a new family, which made me smile because Jerry from The Walking Dead played the father of this family. So it turned out that the new parents already had 5 orphan kids. Freddy, Mary, Darla, Eugene and Pedro. So Billy had to stay in Freddy's room, who had crutches and was a huge superhero fan. Then he found out that the kid from the beginning is now Dr. Tadeo Sivana, and he decided to find out what really happened to him when he was a kid. And he found out that this thing did not just happen to him, but even more people, and everyone saw the same thing. Symbols and this wizard. So Dr. Sivana figured out which symbols these were, and wrote them on a random door, which made the door a path to the cave, where he talked to the wizard and took the cube, making the 7 deadly sins fly into his eye. The next day, the kids had school and met up in front of the school, where Freddy got bumped into by a car driven by 2 bullies from the school, making a scratch in the car which led to them beating him up with these crutches. But Billy decided to help and took a crutch and forth back, so he ran away and the bullies went after him. But he escaped into the train where all people at once vanished, and he got teleported into the same cave we saw in the beginning, where the wizard actually explained to him that there was someone before who got the powers from him. But he turned out evil. That was a nice Easter egg to Black Adam. So that's why the wizard tested everyone was really good, and he said that Billy is his last chance, so he gave him his powers by holding onto his stick and saying his name Shazam. So Billy turned into Shazam and made him obviously freak out, so he went back to his house and asking Freddy for help. So they decided to find out what power he has, and so they both appeared at the store, which got robbed, which led into the robbers shooting at him and finding out that he was bulletproof, which is one of my favorite moments of the movie. So they go back to their house, where they find out that Billy has to say Shazam to turn him back to his kid form. So the next day, Billy and Freddy wanted to find out if he has more powers, and loading everything on YouTube, which was hilarious, making Billy like a YouTube star. So promised Freddy to come to the school and convincing everybody that Freddy is indeed friends with him, but he didn't show up. He was too busy taking pictures with people and making lightning with his fingers, which led into a bus accident, but Billy could save the bus. But then Sivana arrived, who I forgot to say killed his father and brother for revenge. And it surprised me that they actually showed that someone got his head bitten off by a creature. So they fought each other, but because Billy is a kid, he ran away scared and escaped at the mall by saying Shazam. But Sivana figured out that Freddy, who also was there, knew him, so he forced him to say where he lived and threatened to kill his family if he didn't show up. So Billy arrived and fought against Sivana, but because of these creatures and Billy's inexperience, he had no chance. But he remembered what the wizard said to him, so he told the other kids to hold onto his stick and saying his name, transforming them all into elders with the same powers, which was an incredible moment in the movie. So they defeated the creatures and Billy whipped out Sivana's eye, which led to the creatures' disappearance and Sivana's defeat. Then the movie skipped to the school, if I remember correctly, where Freddy sat alone at a table and all of the kids came to him saying there was a surprise waiting for him, which was Billy or Captain Marvel in the school and praising Freddy and only saying good things about him. And then he said that he also brought a friend, which was Superman, and the last shot of the movie. Also, I don't normally talk about that, but I loved the credits of the movie. It reminded me of the Homecoming one. One thing I didn't remember exactly when it was in the movie was when the kids found out who Billy's real mother was, and him going there and finding out that his mother did found him but decided to leave him because she was too young to take care of him. The first credit scene sadly didn't hype me up because I didn't know who Mr. Mind was at that point. And the end credit scene was funny, with them joking about Aquaman. Anyways, that was the movie in a nutshell. Let's move on to the actors. Zachary Levi, wow, a great actor and great performance by him. Asher Angel was also great. And then Jack Dylan Grazer, who I already knew from the It remake, stole the show for me. He's such a great actor. Mark Strong was fine too. The kids were perfect casted. Grace Fulton, who I also knew from Annabelle Creation, Ian Chan, Jovan Armand and Faith Herman were all great. The adults version of them are hard to judge because they had such little screen time. But they were all good. And then Cooper Andrews was great and Martha Millens also. Jimon Hunzo was fine too. The soundtrack was really great and fitting, I really liked it. So with all this being said, I'm giving this movie an 8.3 out of 10. A great and really funny movie. I had a good time in the theater and I recommend it to everybody who likes superhero movies. I also cannot wait for Shazam meeting Black Adam, that is gonna be great. So let me know if you already saw the movie and if you agree with me, or if you're still planning to see the movie, or if you don't care about the movie at all. And yeah, that was it for my review for Shazam. It's a huge month for movies, and sadly my wallet is gonna suffer. The next movie I'm going to watch is actually today, and it is Pet Sematary, which I'm excited for, so my review should actually come this Saturday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that was it. Roll the outro.
We could be more than just part-time lovers.